All right, here we go. Today we have Lil Tim, who's most known for protecting his friend Quando Rondo with deadly force when Quando was attacked unprovoked by King Von in Atlanta in 2020.
I ain't gonna lie. The way his voice started off, I thought he said he was touching his friend Quando Rondo. And I'm what the fuck freaky ass shit they got going on. Then folks' face was just blank as hell, like he ain't. But that was me. You feel me? I'm tweaking, right? Did y'all hear that shit? Or I'm finna throw this damn blunt away.
When we first spoke a couple years ago, Tim was still being charged for the shooting, so I waited until all the charges were dropped before reaching out for an interview. Well, those charges have all been dropped, so now we can speak about it. So at long last, welcome to Vlad TV. Well, it's your first time here. I want to start at the very beginning. So you grew up on the east side of Savannah?
Yeah, I grew up on the east side of Savannah. Yeah.
Okay, and you were raised by your mom and your grandmother?
Yeah, I was with my mom and my grandmother.
Okay, how many kids were there altogether?
Staying with grandma's house, you had really just my mom kids, so you like just me, my two brothers on my mother's side, and my sister on my mother's side, as kids wise.
Okay, and what was your relationship with your dad?
Relationship good. It's just like he was always there for like sports and stuff. I didn't live with him, but the relationship's still good. He tries his best like to be there when he can and stuff like that. Not saying like he wasn't missing in my life or nothing like that, but I just didn't stay with him and be with him all the time. But we for sure kept a good relationship.
Well, you said that growing up, your family didn't have it all, but you weren't living in poverty at the time.
Yeah, it was stuff like that. You know, like stuff that you want, you probably couldn't get everything, but I wouldn't say like it was the bare minimum, but you couldn't get everything you wanted though.
What do you think during that time was the hardest thing you had to deal with growing up?
At that time, well, I wouldn't say elementary. I couldn't really say, because I don't think I was like at that point where I really understand where everything was going on. But it's like in middle school, it's like you got some kids who got different pair of shoes to go to school with every day, and you don't. So you got shoes to go to school with, but you don't have a different pair every week. And then you got other kids who getting new pair of shoes every week. You still wearing like your same shoes that you started school year with. So it's kind of be like you kind of wanted to get a little more clothes and stuff or have more, but you really just had to take care of what you got and go from there. Yeah, like that type stuff at the beginning.
Well, you said that in the beginning you were actually into sports a lot, football, basketball, etc.
Yeah. Like elementary to probably like to middle school, I ran track, played football, and played basketball. Yeah.
Well, you said that at one point you started getting caught up in the streets, and then all the sports stuff started going out the window.
Well, I kind of started getting caught up with it a little bit, like middle school and high school, but it's like I still played sports, but it was interfering a little bit. But I didn't lose like football because I really love football, so I still played football all my years, but I was interfering in the streets a little bit though.
Okay, at what age did you really start getting mixed up in the streets?
Well, not really like me asking my mom and stuff like, can I get these shoes every week? Can I get a new pair of Jordans? Can I get a new pair of Jordans? And not getting them made me kind of start interfering and getting into like the streets a little bit. So I was like probably in middle school, I started like doing stuff I ain't had no business doing. And then that would kind of made me like kind of sneaky and stuff because I ain't want people to know what I had going on. So I just did it on my end. And if you just knew, you knew, but it's like, it's not nothing I wanted nobody to know about. And it's like I wasn't doing it just to do it. I was doing it to get stuff I wanted. But at the time, it's like, I know I'm supposed to be doing it, but it's kind of making me happy because I'm finally getting what I really want.
During that time, were you getting arrested at all or no?
Nah, I wasn't getting arrested at all, so it's like I wasn't learning my lesson.
Okay, so at what point did you meet Quando Rondo?
I met Quando like I met him a time before, but this didn't made us like my first time meeting him was probably like high school, but like the beginning of high school around like 13, 14, 15 and all that. But that wasn't our first time meeting him, wasn't what made us real close. It was just a meet like, oh, this so, and it kept going like that. But then it's like as time was going by, before he was blowing up in the rapping stuff, he was already rapping. And we just started like kept coming around each other and getting close like that. Now it's around no type of age though, like 14, 15 and stuff like that.
Right, and Rondo had been rapping by that time for years because he had been going through the juvenile system and rapping,
Right.
In juvie and everything else like that. So by the time you met him, was he kind of polished in terms of his style?
In the city wise, not big wise, but in the city wise, people know like he rap or he's trying to blow and rap or he like trying to get off in the music. Like when I first met him, he was already rapping, already acapella, like already be energized like that. His name wasn't big, but in the city he was known for rapping though. But they was also knowing him as always getting in trouble. So some people didn't take him as serious because they looked at him like he's going to be a waste because he's going to throw his life away.
Well, right, because Savannah really doesn't have a long history of hip-hop artists that have really blown up. Right. I mean, Camouflage was on his way, but then he ends up getting killed in 2003. Right. So he never really got his full potential. So there's really not a lot of other rappers that you could look up to and kind of model yourself after.
Right.
So Quando was kind of the only one at the time.
Right.
Now, Lul Pab, when did you meet him?
I met Pab before I met Quando, so I met Pab probably like I want to say like I met Pab probably like 11, 12 years old. Something like that. About 12 years old, I knew Pab. I met Pab.
Okay, Pab is Quando's cousin.
Right.
What was Lul Pab like?
Pab is like a person, his mom only child, who gonna try to take care of the family, a hustler, a money getting type, nigga, independent, don't like depending on nobody type of person. He's that type.
Were you guys pretty close?
Yeah, he was close. He was close, my boy.
Yeah, I'm sorry for your loss, man.
It's all good, man.
How much money can you save?
All right, y'all. Shit, that was part of the Lil Tim interview when he met Quando Lul Pab. Shit, let me know what y'all think. Shit, that shit crazy. Like, yeah.